Hello everyone, it's Birdie here, the Recycled Hippie Chick. I think I'm going to zoom out tonight. I just cannot find a happy medium. See, my square is right here. If I go to one, that puts me out of it. I'm just not finding a happy medium. So, we're going to zoom out tonight and see how that goes. Okay, I watched the Half-Assed Crafter today, and she was doing a really cool technique that I just have to try. So I will link her down below in the basement, and you can go see her and see how she did it if you wish, because you know how I am. Things are usually actually half-assed with me too. So I am still not prepared. Let me go get everything. Okay, it's a matter of moments before Pepper ends up over here. I'm sure of it. So let's just see what we can do. Okay, now I just grabbed 3 colors. Listen, you know, I do not know how to match colors. I'm tired of my, don't know if you can see them over here, but I'm tired of my little lineup of colors I have sitting here because I'm too lazy to get up and go get colors out of the paint area. Okay, let's just go right here. Okay, remember my last video, I ran across my little Carly chicken. So I want to build her a platform. And the Half-Assed Crafter had a platform building video on today. So I'm going to attempt to try it. First thing I want to do is put a little collage on. I'm just going to grab a teeny bit of the same paper I had earlier because I'm still in the chicken mode. And we'll do a couple little chunks of that. And let me get this out of the way. Okay, now we'll just do this. All right, let's get some collage going because we're totally not going to see it with this process. I don't have anything to show you what it actually is going to look like, so you're going to have to fly blind with me today. It is, I'm hurrying and enjoying the weather right this second because it rained and the temperature has dropped 20 degrees. It's down in the 70s right now. And so I wanted to hurry up and get out here and enjoy it. Don't even have the air conditioner on. Isn't that amazing? I was so mad today because I couldn't get out here, but I was zapped. I did sleep 2 hours today, and I got up, you know, I've been feeling so good. There's a pepper hair, but we're going to leave it because this is mine and I don't care. I've been feeling so good, you know, I don't know, those of you who have been with me for a while probably remember that I used to not be able to drag myself out of bed until about 10. Well, here the past few months, I have been able to stay up when my husband goes to work at 6. So I've been able to enjoy the cool mornings of the summer, and it's been really exciting to see that little change in my life. So I'm just taking the baby steps as they come and enjoying them. But this morning I got out and I weed eated. Yesterday I mowed the yard and the pasture. Today I got out and weed eated everywhere that I felt like needed it. My husband could care less if anything gets weed eated, but I like to see things weed eated. So I got out and weed eated, and I was going to spray because his shop, the driveway in his shop gets so yucky with weeds. I was going to spray some weed killer up there and just have to bite the bullet with the turtles. But I don't ever see the turtles up in his shop area, so I was gonna spray some weed killer up there and just spot spray it in the rock garden. And the dogs just follow me around. Like every step I take, the dogs take. They're just obsessed with just being around me, and I should appreciate that something wants to be with me, but man, it gets old after a while. So I thought, I can't do this. I can't spray till Terry gets home, and he can keep the dogs in the house because they just follow me around and walk right through the wet spray that I've just sprayed. So I decided to wait, and then I just, was the bird hitting the window and went downhill and had to go lay down and take a nap. So I did, and I'm glad I didn't spray, because about the time my husband got home, we had a severe thunderstorm sprout up and had about 50-mile-an-hour wind and a huge gully washer of rain, and I'm glad I didn't spray. So that all worked out. And he got called off to work for a smell of gas. He works for a pipeline that goes across, transports fuel across America underground. And so he said, well, it can't be ours because we don't have an odor in ours. It's just transport. The only way I'll smell it is with my sniffer. So he had to go out, of course, anyway to sniff it and precaution. So he's gone right now, and he's out sniffing gas. Yeah, the husband's out sniffing gas right now. But I was kind of nervous. I really wanted to make a video, but I didn't want something to happen and him to need to call me. So I was kind of afraid to make a video. And I called him and said, I really want to make a video, but while I'm on, it will not. Should I do both sides? No, I'm going to do them different. But while I'm on, it won't let you call me. It blocks my calls. He said, I'll tell you what, you make your video, and if I have trouble, I will call emergency number like I'm supposed to. I said, okay. So I'm going to make my video and enjoy the weather. Okay, so she spread it out with a sponge, and it was a really cool. I had never thought about spreading my paint out with a sponge, so that's exciting. And she put a couple different colors on her paper. Now, I don't want to waste any paint that I have anywhere, so I'm going to get it off on a random page. My cord's hanging right here, so it's probably going to bump you as I work. I'm sorry. Oh, looky there. I got a twofer. Okay, so we got that one. Now we're going to do another color. Ooh, that's probably too much. Ew. That was probably enough right there. Okay, so what I need to do is get that off of there. That's going to have to go on a couple papers. Because I think I have enough here to go wherever I want to go on there. Okay, let me tell you, half-assed, do you tell your real name on there? Because I don't know what to call you, except for half-assed. That's not very nice. You were talking about learning from somebody to kind of go fast. Let me tell you, I do these videos for my therapy, okay? I'm working myself through my issues that I see arising, that have arisen, or that I'm just noticing in my life. Okay, One thing I have noticed in my therapy about doing these videos is I think too much. And doing these videos has taught me that if I get on here and visit and talk while I'm doing something, I don't overthink it, and it turns out wonderful. So that's kind of along the lines of you go ahead and do it fast so that, you know, it turns out and you didn't have to overthink it. But I want to tell you something about, then she put a stencil over it. Okay, first she went over it. Okay, just a second. Hold that thought. I got to dry this. Okay, let me tell you something that I've learned. I don't know if you've ever watched Shannon Green before, but go back into her old videos or just Google it. She is the inventor of the journaling by fives method of art journaling. But a million bajillion people out there have done videos on it. So you can either look up on YouTube Journaling by Fives and watch it, or you could go to her and watch her original introduction of it. Changed my life, okay? The Journaling by Fives process absolutely changed my life. Because you are timed on each of those 5 steps that you do. By the time you get done with all 5 steps, you've done an entire journal from beginning to end. And you only have 15 minutes to do each section. I'm just going to try this. I might not be able to do it. I was thinking when she was wiping it off with a baby wipe that I ought to try like a gel plate and see if I can get any of it off on paper. Not really. Gonna have to use a baby wipe. Anyway, by the time you have 15 minutes to go through the whole book and do each step, you don't have time to think. Yeah, this is not going to work for me, I don't think. We're going to try it and see, but it's going clear through all of my colors, even the ones, you know why? Because I matte gel mediumed my collage fodder on there, and that put a slick coating so that when I'm wiping off, it's taking off all of my colors. See, what she did was she did her base coat colors, and then when she went over it all with that last coat to wipe off, it showed the colors underneath that she had already painted. I have a feeling mine is going to wipe off all of my, clear down to the white. See how things happen with Birdie in real life? Things don't happen the way she wants them to. But I'm going to embrace it. Who knows? This may be a beautiful, different technique when I pull this paper off. But it does not look like hers. Does not. I can tell you that right now. I am going to try it, but not on this one because I've already got the matte gel medium on this. Let's just see what happens. Yeah. Big fail. Big ugliness. Don't like it. Oh, I'm going to use it because by golly, I did it. I'm going to use it. Where are we at here? Where was we at? How does this go on? Let's figure out where we were. I think we were right here. I want to try to wipe some of this out here. Some of these areas was just too peachy. I was going to try to get some more off. Well, see? Yeah. Not crazy about this. Where am I at? I think this one was up here. No. I don't remember where I was at, how this, oh, it was way over here like this. Well, let me dry this. Let's just keep going. You know, my motto is work through the ugly. So let's just keep going. Let's put some stamp on here. Should we stamp first or should we spray it with coffee first? Let's just stamp it. No, let's spray it with coffee first. And dry. Okay, let's put some text stamp on there. And this will be different, but we can't all be the same, can we? Hers is adorable, so jump over there and check it out. Nothing like mine, okay? But hers is adorable. Okay, I'm liking it better already, just with the coffee and the stamping. So now I want to flick some gold on there. I think I'm going to flick the gold after we put Carly on. Yeah, I think I'm going to flick it after. I'm just going to see if she needs something under her. I don't know. I don't know why I feel like I have to layer my focal images, but I do. Let's just see what happens. I don't know. I'm not really crazy about this color. I think she blends in too much with that. So let's see what happens here. I'm really digging these little finger thingies I got from Temu. I forget to put the other ones on when I'm gluing. They work well if you can remember to put them on, and I always forget that they're laying right over there on my saucer, and I just don't think to put them on. The little finger condoms when you're gluing. I forgot again to bring my paper out. I should push stop pause right now and go get it. That had little notes on it that I was going to say. I kind of like that. I don't have anything else to put on this page. What's up with that? Okay, so this is just something that I'm just going to go as far as I can and stop. And as I find things to add to it, I will. But I just wanted to get Carly down and try this background technique. And so I have accomplished that. And we're down too far, we're up too far. So let's scoot in to finish the rest of it like this. so you can see me a little better. Okay, now let's glue this on so we can do some gold splattering. Oh, I kind of like that torn part that way. I'm going to do it that way. I like this torn edge over here, and before it was behind the chicken. Okay, let's see. I ran in and got my notes. Okay, I was watching Miss Moss. I was watching Moss Cottage, Helen, on Moss Cottage the other day, and she was saying she was having a hard time throwing some paper away, but she really wanted to. I had to giggle. She said, do any of you just give up and throw some of your paper away? No, Miss Moss, we don't. Because I saw Nydia posted a sign on her Instagram the other day that said, I am an artist hoarder, and no, I don't need treatment. And it made me think of that when you said, do any of you ever just throw paper away? No, we don't. We're hoarders, and we don't need treatment. We keep the papers that we don't like. We keep the papers that we do like. Because let me tell you something, Helen, Miss Moss. This is what I have learned through my YouTube therapy. When you make journals to put in your Etsy shop, you cannot make every journal the way with using only papers and stuff that you like, okay? This is the time to get rid of those papers that you don't like. You stick them in a journal, and I guarantee you somebody out there is going to like it. Because not everybody is like us. Not everybody likes the same thing we do. So use it. Use it in your journals that you're going to sell. Make a tag out of it proudly and go, ugh, the whole time you're making the tag. Because somebody's going to say, oh my gosh, I love this tag. Know what I mean? That's my therapy. Also, is husband home? Surely not. Also, you watched the Hoarders show where they had art supplies and they were throwing stuff away. This sickens me. Oh my gosh. Are you kidding me? Why couldn't they take that and donate that to an op shop where crafter people could come in and buy it? I can't stand. There's no reason that they would throw those art supplies away on that show without donating them. Ugh, that frustrates me. Anyway, I just had to tell you that about my frustration. And yes, I watched The Unexpected Gypsy also. Isn't that weird of all the people? Isn't that weird how we find people on here that we have stuff in common with? I mean, out of all the bajillion YouTube videos, what's the odds that some of us watch, you know, the same ones together? I just think that's really super cool. And I also thought, you know, you have these little pieces that you're just wanting to throw away. Okay, this bothered me. I'm like, no, Helen, you cannot throw those pieces away. I'm going to give you a little tip on what you could do with them. And take my tip as a grain of salt. You could use my tip or not use my tip. Okay? I just got gold all over her butt. But that's okay. It's okay. I'm just going to go ahead and splatter some over here. All right. Now, I got to do something because I have a lid full of watery gold. So, this is basically done. I don't know if that gold will be sparkly when it's dry, but we're going to let it sit and dry and see. This is basically done for now, till I find, you know, words or whatever I want to do next. And now we're going to go through and splatter this gold on my painty paper because I don't want to waste it. Okay, Helen, those little tiny pieces, and I'm going to do this. I'm going to follow my own suggestion to you because I just came up with this. Maybe I invented something and I don't know if I did or not. So this is what we need to do. We need to, for all those little bitty pieces, like Ricky Tikki Tabi calls them, smaller than a dollar. She has a bin that's called smaller than a dollar bin, and she pulls it out if she's making tags or whatever she needs little bitty bits for that are smaller than a dollar. She pulls it out. I'm thinking about, let's get a book. Let's pretend like this is our book, okay? And we just sit this over to the side, because some people, they have a book, like kind of like what I did, and they wipe off their excess paper or their excess paint in it. Let's put this book aside, and as we are collaging, and we have these little gibbles and bits that are this size that we just want to throw in the trash, let's go ahead and run over here to our book and just stick them in randomly, because they're not laying around, they're not bothering us, they're out of the way, and guess what? They make a wonderful background later. So what do you think about that idea? Tip from Birdie. Just to get rid of our little pieces that we don't know what to do with. Bam. And then we go on to the next page when we're tired of doing that page. And we wipe our paint off and we stick our gibbles and bits in it or whatever. And then when we get this whole book done, we can rip the pages out of them and use it where we want, or we could use the whole book and make a journal out of it. What do you think about that idea, Helen? Instead of throwing your pieces away. Just an idea. And you know what? You don't have to gel medium them down, because then if you want to use another page, you've got to let that page dry. You could just stick them down or glue them down. I just happen to have the gel medium right there. So anyway, there's that. I'm pretty much done. We just did a page that, you know, didn't turn out too well, but I actually like it. Sometimes you'll do a page and you'll look at it and go, yuck. And then the more you look at it, the better you like it. There will be something I add to that. Matter of fact, I'm sitting here looking at my washi tape right now. Why not? Why not pull some washi tape out and stick some washi on it, or masking tape, or whatever floats your boat. I'm trying to see if I have one here. All of mine are basically just the same colors. I don't really have any different colors that'll match that. This one here will be all right. Anyway, just add some texture. Where's that piece of paper that I did not, or that piece of material? I did not add this to my page earlier, and I kind of wanted to. So how about let's add it to this one? Where's my Fabri-Tac? I was going to add this to my last video, and I didn't. Christina Shack showed me that you can do this. It does work. My glue is vomiting, so I'm trying to work fast. And I might go over this with something else later. Who knows? Something to add layers to this cloth. It kind of looks boring like this, but who knows what I'll do. You never know. I may not open this book again for another year. You just never know. And by the time that year is up, maybe I've learned something else, or something else is inspiring me that I can add to it. Your books are never done. Never stop halfway through your book and go, oh no, what do I do now? You know what? If you don't know what to do now, put your book up and come back later. It's that simple. It's your book. You can do what you want. You're not on a time limit. This is not a commission. You're not getting paid by somebody else. Just put it up. Walk away. It's okay. I think we work all of our lives and we think we have to have a job done for work, and then when we try to calm down and do our art, all that stuff is still in our brain. So we have to retrain it that now it's okay not to finish something. Oh my gosh, this is going to turn out to this darn bottle. I've got to stop it. This is going to turn out to be absolutely the perfect amount of material. Serendipity, happy accident, happy accident. Okay, there we go, you guys. And look at the colors. The colors even kind of sort of go. So there we go. Another page started in our journal. Thank you for hanging out with me. Look how short my videos are getting. Isn't this fantabulous? Have a good evening. Bye-bye. Hi there, it's Birdie, the Recycled Hippie Chick. I have my load loaded up. It's my goat fencing and my monthly trash. Yes, I'm too cheap to pay for trash service. I got rid of it last month or 2 months ago. This is my second month of taking it. Only cost me $10 for this whole load to go to the dump. It's much cheaper than $40 for a dumpster every month. So here we go. Thought I'd take you along with me for the ride. Okay, I didn't take you with me when I unloaded because there's too many people in line, but here's where I unload. You unload it from your trailer. First of all, you back up. You start backing up here. You back up into between the trucks, and then you unload your stuff, and then you pull out, and the big roller guy pushes it out into the landfill area. Yuck. So we're basically on a mountain, a trash mountain. Now we start descending. I don't know if you can see through my windshield. It's so dirty. Well, I'm in a dirty place. So you start descending down off the mountain, and every time you come, look, you guys, this is what happens when we stop recycling. Look at all of that aluminum. Look at that aluminum. That has been packed into bales. Oh no, that's Mylar. That's Mylar from the balloon factory. We have a balloon factory here. Now there's no reason, it's in bales. There's no reason they can't figure out a way to recycle Mylar, but we are not recycling in the United States right now. Very little of our own I don't even know if we have our own recycling. I know in Kansas there's no recycling at all because there's nowhere to send it. So I don't know why America is so hip on being green. I don't know if you can see all the buzzards. See all the buzzards way over there on the pipes? I don't know why our government is so hip on making us green with electric cars and everything, but will not make any recycling plants. in our country. What is up with that? Can somebody explain that business to me? We should be recycling our trash. We were recycling, and then China stopped taking our stuff. That's what they told me here in Kansas. China stopped taking our stuff, and we do not recycle our own. So we had no place to send it. So Kansas is complete, well, my county, okay? The word on the street is you can take your stuff to the recycle center in Wichita, but it goes pretty much to the landfill. I don't know why. They're teasing people and saying still separate your stuff and bring it in, when a lot of it is ending up just going to the landfill. Anyway, that's my story. I don't understand it. Like my mom used to say, I'm glad I'm on my way out. Other than that, down here at the bottom, I think our landfill is very well kept. It's very clean. It's very tidy. They keep it mowed. All those are bicycles over there. It's just sad. It's sad to come out here, but it's a reality check. I'm not buying an electric car until they start doing some recycling. Rant over.